All right, my name is Joe Rosen with eXp Realty, and I would love to go over the numbers with you quickly, just the base numbers for eXp to show you why it's actually more affordable to be with eXp than it is with almost every single 100% brokerage out there, right? So let's start with some simple stuff, right? What is the average sales price in your market? My market right now, it's about $320,000. But again, you can look at your market and you can change these numbers to fit accordingly. So the average commission side, I know a lot are paying out 2.5, a lot are paying out 3. If you're a listing agent, you're probably going to average even more than 3, but let's just say it's somewhere in the middle there at about 2.75%, right? Now, that puts our average gross commission at times 2.75%. We're at $8,800. Okay, so I'm going to punch that in here. And that is our average gross commission per side, right? So we got to take an eXp split. This is looking at what one deal, your first deal with eXp would look like. That 80-20 split means that you're losing 20% to eXp. So you're at 70-40, right? And then you're going to pay E&O insurance. E&O insurance is $40 per transaction. But that $40 is capped at $500. So you're going to have that paid off in 12 and a half deals every year, right? Broker review fee is $25. That never changes. You pay that for a million transactions if you do it, right? And then your net commission is going to be the 70-40 minus the $40 minus the $25, puts you at $69.75, okay? Now, I'm moving a little fast here, but it's a video, so you can rewind and look at this stuff anytime. And I'm pretty easy to find. Reach out anytime if you've got questions, and I can answer all of this stuff pretty easily for you. Not a problem. This I'm not going to enter in. It's a discounted stock option, but I do want to explain it. With every one of your commissions, right here, I'm talking about the net, which is the $69.75. You can choose either yes or no. There's no in between. You can turn it off and on, but there are time limits on it. I forget what it is, but I want to say it's every 6 months. You can change your mind, right? But it's either yes, I want to do it, or no, I don't. If you do, you take 5% of every net commission. So here it'd be the $69.75 times 5% will be $348.75. You either say yes, I want to take that $348.75 and purchase stock at a 10% discount, or no, I don't. I want to get a check for $69.75. It doesn't matter which you do, but I do it. And the reason I do it is you're literally getting 10% free money, right? And all of this stock is immediately vested, meaning I can sell it the next day and get all that money, and it's just free money. It also means because I'm getting that 10% discount, the value of the company could literally drop 5% a year. And because I'm getting a 10% discount, I'm still making money. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I do it, but it is your choice. Do you want the full, in this case, $69.75, or do you want to get the discounted stock with 5% of that? And it's up to you, right? Okay, so now we're going to look at the average gross commission, and I'm going to look at 30 deals, okay? Before I get into this, I want to tell you, you've got a $16,000 cap. So if we're looking at $88,000, you need to bring in, and I'll show you the math here, $80,000 gross times 20% is that $16,000 cap, which means if you take the 80 grand you brought in minus the $16,000 you paid to eXp, you've made 64 grand on the first 80, okay? So if we take 80 grand and divide it by this 8,800 that you're grossing in my particular market, that means I need to do just a hair over 9 deals to cap. I'm going to say 10, right? Just to make it a nice round number. And even though I haven't gotten into icon status yet, I'm telling you, icon status is capping and then doing another 20 deals. So that is why I'm using this 30 transactions right here, okay? And we're going to get a little bit more detailed on that number, but I just want you to see that. So when we're looking at the average gross commission times 30, it's this $8,800 times 30 deals, right? We haven't taken out any expenses yet. It's just what are you bringing through the door if we can do 30 deals? And the answer is 264. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Joe, I don't know that I can do 30 deals. And this is what I would say. If you're at a brokerage and you're not receiving a lot of help, I understand. I got it, right? But if you're coming to eXp, one of the biggest reasons that I went to eXp, and really one of the biggest things that I would promote to anybody considering eXp, is there is a financial incentive. I know I haven't gotten into the revenue share yet, but there's a financial incentive for everybody who brought you on and everybody above them to make sure you succeed. So I'll give you an example. The people that brought me on, Dean DeVries, Alex Haig, Carlos German, Jay Kinder, these people have invested hours in me. Yes, I could go to another brokerage, and yes, they're going to be phenomenal people who are doing a lot of deals who will sit down and have a lunch with me. That's not what these people are doing. These people are literally sitting down for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time with me multiple times a month. We're going on vacations. And when I say vacations, I'm not just talking about going and hanging out at the beach. I'm talking about going to masterminds, hanging around people who are doing hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate annually, showing me how I can increase my business, right? That's access you're not going to get in a lot of other brokerages. In fact, I would argue any other brokerage, especially for free. But here, there's such a great financial incentive that it really creates that culture of collaboration. And that's what really attracted me, right? So getting to 30 deals at eXp is not as challenging as it might be at other brokerages, right? So I just want to point that out. Now, you've made the 264, but you got some expenses, right? Let's not forget the expenses. Your eXp split, you've gone far above and beyond that. So you've paid the full $16,000, and then you capped, which means you're at 100% for the rest of the year. But once you hit that, you have to pay a $250 transaction fee. That sounds like bad news, but we're going to get to the good news here shortly. That caps at $5,000. So 5,000 divided by 250 is 20 transactions. That's you capping. Again, I said at 9.1 deals. I rounded it up to 10. Plus the 20 for the transaction fee being capped. That gets you to 30 deals, right? So we're going to say you paid all of this. That's another $5,000 you're out, right? You also paid E&O insurance. That's capped at $500. You paid all of that. And then, I don't know where this came from. Let's get rid of these. You've got the broker review fee. Okay, so a broker review fee is $25 a transaction, and you're going to get that on every transaction forever. You did 30 transactions times $25. You are at $750. Okay. Oh, I see what I did here. Let's get rid of this. All right, there we are. Now, you've got an eXp startup fee. It's a one-time fee when you first come on of $149. I'm going to come back to that in a second. You've got a monthly tech fee forever of $85 a month. The first month, they increase it to $149 to come on, but then every month thereafter, it's $85, right? So you're only going to pay, if we're looking at this first year, 11 months of $85. That is another $939 that you are out in expenses. This is starting to rack up, right? But here's where the good news comes. Icon stock. Once you hit icon status, which is capping, again, I said that was about 9.1 deals in my market. And then you do another 20 deals, which really it's capping out this transaction fee of $5,000. You hit icon. Once you hit icon, you get $16,000 in stock, okay? That is a huge, huge bonus that you just do not get anywhere else. Now, when you sell your first property every single year, excuse me, you're going to get another $200 in stock. When you cap, which again is about 9.1 deals in my market, it's a little bit different in every market, you'll get another $400 in stock. Now, I'm not even going to talk about the stock you get when you have people who join underneath you, and I'm not even going into revenue share in this video, which to me is one of the biggest financial incentives. And yes, I did mark that box gold for a reason, but no, I am not going to add those numbers in here. Let's forget about those numbers for this video, and we'll talk about those in another video. Okay, so you're out all this money, but you're making all this money. So what is the net commission on 30 transactions? Let's do the math. You got the $264,000 at the top. Again, I'm starting up here and I'm going right down, right? Minus 16 grand, minus the 5 grand for the transaction fees, minus the 500, minus the 750, minus the 149, minus the 935 for the monthly fee. We're at 240,666. Okay. Now we're going to add back in that stock we're getting, and we're going to add back in the $200 for the first sale. And then we're going to add back in the stock we got for capping. And I'm not adding all this free stock that you get because you're getting the 10% discount. We're not even talking about that. You're at 257, 266. So let's put that here. Okay, so what are your total expenses on 30 transactions? Okay, so we're going to take the 264 minus the 257, 266. You're at 67.34 is what you've paid out all year. And guys, this gets better as you do more transactions. The numbers actually look better at 40 transactions, 50 transactions, and so on, right? So what is the net split with eXp? Let's do that math. You are making 257, 266 out of a potential 264. Again, this does not take revenue share into consideration at all. You're making 97.45%. It's pretty damn good. Now, what are the expenses per transaction? You go to a lot of 100% brokerages. They're talking about a $295, $395, $495 fee, right? Let's see what we're talking about at eXp if you're only doing about 30 deals a year. You've got that $67.34 you've paid in all year, and you're dividing that by the 30 transactions you did. You are out $224.47. That is what you're paying per transaction. Again, you bump this number up to 40, 50, 60 plus. That number goes down significantly every time you go up because all you're paying on every transaction over icon status is a $75 transaction fee, which I don't have listed here, and the $25 broker review fee. So you're paying $100 per transaction after you've hit icon status. It's pretty amazing. Guys, there's so much more to the eXp model, particularly financially, but even more on the training side, the technology side, the collaboration side. If you guys have more questions, feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Joe Rosen. You can always email me at findafloridahouse, all spelled out, findafloridahouse@gmail.com, and I will always get back to you. You guys have a fantastic day.